Mm. I've just been so sick lately. It's been a rough couple of weeks. Anyway, this is a bit of a different video. Earlier this year, I started writing a feature film, which I stopped writing for a bit because I kind of hit a bit of an emotional block. Um, I was also attached as a DP that is currently in pre-production, but um, I mentally couldn't do it, so I quit. Um, I've just been struggling these last few years, and I didn't really realize it until recently how much I was struggling. Um, to be quite frank, I wasn't entirely sure I was going to make it this year. There were just days that I just wanted everything to stop. I don't want to go into details of any of that, anything that I was going through and I'm currently going through, but this isn't really the point of the video. What I really wanted to talk about is about using your emotions, what you're feeling, and injecting that into a story. Um, I tried a lot of different things to get past this block, this writing block, emotional block. I even joined Noam Kroll's film incubator, which actually did help a lot with structuring and scheduling. He taught me a few very useful tricks to get the most out of your time and to get just things out of your head, which is what I was having a hard time with the most. So I do recommend going that. I'll link that somewhere in the description. So yeah, that's kind of the first thing I had to go do, get everything out of my head, and I don't mean just for filmmaking and storytelling. I mean that mentally. I started sort of a journal. Um, there's no real structure to it. I write a date and I write, yeah, I write whatever it is that I remember how I felt, and um, I write memories, what I was doing, what was happening, and why it was possibly happening, and as best as I can remember. This actually proved to be emotionally harder than I initially thought. I'm very analytical in nature, so this was kind of a way for me to backtrack and sort of be my own emotional detective. Um, there are moments in your life when you play in your head can sometimes be really different when you spell them out. Sometimes I'll write the same memory often. Sometimes I'll remember other aspects. So sometimes I'll remember other aspects. I'll remember more of a conversation, or I'll remember an action that changes things a bit, changes that memory a bit. The point is to dig inside of you for things you don't even know is there. After this journal, I move over to my writing pad. Um, some of those memories and emotions then end up in this pad. Sometimes they become sort of a modified scene. Sometimes I just try to hold on to that emotion that I'm currently feeling, and using that to see what comes up. Um, that ends up adding or changing the character or situation, which sometimes it just grows naturally in the writing process. So that's really kind of it. That's it. Like it's easy, but it's not. I wanted to share this because sometimes we get stuck. Um, this has been kind of the only way for me to get unstuck. Outside of writing film, this has been the best way to get me emotionally and mentally past what I've been going through. Hopefully, this helps someone because that's all I ever really wanted to do was help someone in some way, help you in some way. I don't really want to talk about the details of the film. I'm sure you understand. I have this story in my head, and it's evolved into something that's much more personal. It didn't start off this way. And you'll find that happens with your art and your creation. Um, it started off as a story that I thought was just something that was going to be interesting and fun and um, well, not really fun. It is an emotional journey, but it was something that I've adapted elements from some of my favorite like indie films and music um, and popular films, to be quite honest with you. But it retains a lot of that in nature. But the characters and what they go through has grown into something more, something that I didn't even realize I needed. Um, so yeah, that's it. Again, I hope this helps. Someone helps you in some way. Have a wonderful day. I don't know who needs to hear this, but you are important. You matter more than you think. Yeah, actually just finished writing an excerpt, so it's just still kind of raw.